We send a warm aloha to you. If you came through the lobby, you saw they're having a beautiful hula experience there. So we'll bring the warmth of aloha into our space here. We're going to do a little chanting before the official start of our service, but the moment you walk in the space, the service has begun. Celebration has begun. So we are opening up. Here we go. Feel free to sing along with us or just breathe through this. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. Sing that again. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. These new words. We are rising up like the phoenix from the fire. Brothers and sisters, spread your wings and fly higher. We are rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Brothers and sisters, spread your wings and fly higher. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. Sing that again. We are rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Brothers and sisters, spread your wings and fly high. We are rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Brothers and sisters, spread your wings and fly higher. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising. New words. We are growing deeper like the roots of the forest, making connections as a mycelial chorus. We are growing deeper like the roots of the forest, making connections as a mycelial chorus. We are growing deeper. We are growing deeper. We are growing deeper. We are growing deeper. Sing that again. We are growing deeper like the roots of the forest, making connections as a mycelial chorus. We are growing deeper like the roots of the forest, making connections as a mycelial chorus. We are growing deeper. We are growing deeper. We are growing deeper. We are growing. We are opening up. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. Sing it one more more time. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. Thank you. Thank you. You sound wonderful. And as we continue in our celebration, just want to remind you, my name is Gitanjali Lori Rivera. My pronouns are she and her. My people come from Puerto Rico and from the British Isles. I'm joined this day on this stage by our wonderful friends. We have Michael Santa Cruz back on percussion. Very excited to have him. We have Lauren Dechtenberg on piano and vocals. Always thrilled to have him. And we always have our beloved Val Byrne join me on vocals. So from this space of opening, we can allow kindness to come through, because that is the power that will help us to transform the world. So here we go. And just so you know, you're always welcome to get up, move around, dance, sing and join us. Here we go. Say, ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Let's sing that once more. Said, ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Yeah. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming, but we can help shape what's ahead. With kindness as our currency, the commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, oh, give a lot, don't stop. Helping hand makes the world go around. There's more than enough. Said, ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Look out now, people, keep your ear to the ground. We are the river flowing, generosity abounds. So give a little, oh, give a lot, don't stop. Helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Said, ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Power of love. Oh. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Let's hear, Lord, be kind. Serve sweetness only to help the world bloom, bringing love to the flower, from flower to the fruit. We could all learn a thing or two. So give a little, oh, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Sing it now. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Is it? Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Break it down, sing it, come on, here's it. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Sing it all. Ooh, I believe in the power of love.
Power of love.
Hey,
Power of
yeah,
love.
ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. I love it, say, ooh, I believe in the power of love. One more, sing it once more, say, ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Said, ooh, I believe in the power of love. It's a power, it's strong power. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Awesome, beautiful friends. It's so beautiful to see you singing, to hear you singing. And now, feel free to get up, move around, spread your love, spread that kindness around the room. Be sure to say hello to our lovely people on the screens over there. Happy Sunday. Very thrilling.
That is before the talk, yes.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to move this closer. Good morning. Good morning. So good to see all of you here today. Found your way in, a little obstacle course, but here we are. We're so pleased to be here, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully we'll have more time after for a little community love, even though we're not having our potluck. What? A happy Sunday and a warm welcome to everyone to CSL Santa Cruz Sunday celebration here at 418 Project. We'll start by speaking aloud our mission, purpose, and vision statement. If you know it by heart, please say it along with me. Those of you joining us on our live broadcast, you'll see it on your screen. Let's take a breath. Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and global transformation. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Our vision is a world that works for everyone and all life on earth. We are a community dedicated to possibility. Yes. My name is Leah Simone Reed. My pronouns are she and her, and my ancestors come from Italy and Ireland. And I am the abundance flow person here at CSL Santa Cruz. Yeah, because Elijah likes to say manager, but I don't think you manage abundance. You just are a pit stop in the flow. So that's what I do and love. So before we celebrate, we want to acknowledge the people who came before us on this land upon which we gather. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel this holy ground, realizing and remembering that the earth is sacred and all land is holy land. So we begin our morning by acknowledging that the land upon which we gather is the unceded territory of the Awaswa-speaking Upi tribe, the Amamutsan tribal band. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the ancestral and current struggle of the original people of this land. Take a breath. And another breath. Thank you. We extend a very special welcome to our friends and family joining us virtually today on YouTube and Facebook. We're so glad that you chose to join us. We'd love to hear from you also, so please send us a message in the chat and tell us where you're joining from. If you're joining us here in person or online for the first time, thank you so much for blessing us with your presence. We are so delighted that you have chose to be with us here this morning. We have a very evocative celebration planned for you. He comes up with a new word, I think, every week. I like that one. Chaplain Cheryl Stromstad Snyder will be guiding us in our spiritual practice this morning, and practitioner Sky Leona is holding us in prayer throughout service. And today's message will be delivered by our beloved Reverend Elijah Christopher. We are sad to say there will be no potluck today due to another event taking place in the lobby, but save that enthusiasm and the goodies for next week, where we'll be calling on everyone with last names S through Z and A through F to bring something to share and make it a grand feast. Next Sunday will also be our February birthday Sunday, because we won't again be able to have potluck on that second Sunday. Today at 1 p.m., though, do come back to the Project 418 for Dances of Universal Peace with Adora Deva. There is always so much to update you on, so please check your e-news. If you aren't already, please sign up or go to our website at cslsantacruz.org and sign up. You'll get our Wisdom Wednesday newsletter, and on Sundays, the Community Bulletin, which will keep you inspired throughout the week and give you the latest scoop on where and when to find classes, events, and offerings as we're, networking out and about. You can also visit our website at cslsantacruz.org to learn more about us and stay to date on important messages, watch previous talks, and more. It takes a village to pull this whole production off each week. There are so many opportunities for you to help, and many hands make light work. Oh, yes, please visit our info booth, which I don't know, we have an info booth today, but you could probably visit Topher. Raise your hand, Topher. He's our information booth today. Because options are available for all abilities. Susan Pankratz is still searching for some help with loading and unloading her equipment, which I've been told is not heavy. Before and after each service on Sunday, please reach out to Susan directly. And also a quick reminder, I don't need that because we're not having chairs today. Okay, so practitioners and ministers are available for prayer after service. Whether you have a heavy heart or want to share some joy, it's their honor to pray with you. You can also send prayer requests by email to prayer@cslsantacruz.org. And I'm going to invite up Cheryl now to lead us in our spiritual practice.
Those steps are challenging. Can you hear me okay? Okay, all right. I'm Cheryl Stromstad Snyder. I'm chaplain practitioner here at the center. At the center, We are the center. I miss my building. I'm sure you all miss your building as well. And I'm so grateful that we can come together, that we can still recognize that we have that heart connection. First of all, I would like to remind you that we do have a prayer box. So if you have a prayer request and you want to put it in writing, please do so. Your prayers are taken very seriously by our practitioner corps, and we pray diligently. We celebrate miracles. They happen all the time. Several months ago, we were asked to pray for a little boy who was 3 years old, and he suddenly became paralyzed, essentially. And we got a prayer request, and we put out the prayer request. We got a picture of the little boy. And just this last week, we got another video of the little boy who is playing. He's learning to talk again. We believe prayer had a lot to do with that, you know. So please don't hesitate, because we believe in this so deeply, and we believe in the power of love. So please take a deep breath. You know that love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Take a breath. Sweet Spirit, Mother, Father, God, we recognize the words of that song. We recognize that this has been a truth for us who have walked our spiritual journey for many, many years. And we are so grateful to know that as we open our heart, we shine a heart light out. I find words in songs, I find music that is so inspiring, and it clicks an intuitive sense within me, and I know you all have your heart journeys with music. And today we celebrate the harmonies that come forth, the harmonies, the tones that signal us to think higher, to go deeper, to breathe deeper, and recognize the truth that we are divine love in human form. We are being called up now to shine our heart light deeper and brighter than ever before. We are being called up now to recognize that heart connection between everyone, even those we don't understand. And right here and right now, we request from our divine power that it guide us to going deeper, to recognizing that spiritual humanity in everyone, even when we don't see it. Sweet Spirit, give us the power and the strength. Help us remember the truth of who we are. Help us remember the blessings that we have and that we give. And as we gather together today, our hearts are broken wide open with so many trials that are happening in our human world. This morning, I pray for the churches in Southern California that no longer have their building, because I recognize how they feel. That all of a sudden, the place that they know and knew as being their spiritual grounding, their footing, is suddenly gone to the fires. And not only have they lost their church home, they've lost everything. And so this day, we send that divine love to all of those members who have lost their homes, who have lost their church home. We know how that feels. With deep gratitude and deep love, we let that go. As we surrender this loving to so many places, to our borders, to our friends who are in fear, who are disenfranchised at this moment, and know that we have their back. We love them deeply, and we are sanctuary and a safe place for anyone who is feeling afraid right now. I'm so grateful to stand among my friends who are prayer warriors. As we stand shoulder to shoulder, hand in hand, heart to heart, and we stand strong and we hold this loving. We hold this wisdom, we hold this grace, and we know without a doubt that we are spiritual workers called to do our work right here and right now. Every single one of you in this room, every single one of you who are listening to us are called up and called out. Recognize who you are. Stand strong in your truth. You are the ones that have been created for this moment, this day, this time. Take a deep breath and let it go, and know that God is one with all of you, with every single breath you have. And that gift does not stop because things get scary. Thank you, God. Thank you all. We are in absolute gratitude for what we've been called to do. And remember, love can build a bridge between each heart. And we know now is the time. And so it is. Amen.
We have a song that we've been singing here for quite some time, and we're just going to keep singing it. You don't have to know the way. The way knows the way. You don't have to find the way. Trust the way. Feel your way. The way knows. The way knows the way. You don't have to know the way. The way knows the way. You don't have to find the way. Trust the way. Feel your way. The way knows. The way knows. The way knows the way. You don't have to know the way. The way knows the way. You don't have to find the way. Trust the way. Feel your way. The way knows. The way knows. The way knows the way. You don't have to know the way. The way knows the way. You don't have to find the way. Trust the way. Feel the way. The way knows. The way knows. The way knows the way. You don't have to know the way. The way knows the way. You don't have to find the way. Trust the way. Feel your way. The way knows. The way knows. The way knows the way. You don't have to know the way. The way knows the way. You don't have to find the way. Trust the way. Feel your way. The way knows. The way knows. The way knows the way. So as the way does know the way, and as Cheryl so beautifully shared with us, we live in interesting times. And as a teacher, friend of mine shared the words of transpersonal psychologist Helen Luke that we have a responsibility to joy. And even when things are looking a little different than what we might have imagined, we can still be joyous, and we can still laugh, and we can still be a force of good and joy and happiness while we look at the things that are difficult. Both of these things can be true at the same time. So this song is called Laughing Matters, and I hope you enjoy it. Live at 5 and CNN keep us all abreast of breaking stories that can tend to leave us anxious and depressed. Problems with no answers hang on like some chronic cough. And every day some brand new issue rears its head to piss you off. Bad guys win, optimism's wearing thin. Things are spinning out of control. Cynicism's all the fad. World events can make us mad as hatters. Almost every day, some underpinning slips away. These aren't laughing matters. Time bombs tick. People keep on getting sick. And a nickel's not worth a cent. Wickedness and greed abound. Just as peace is gaining ground, it shatters. Hate is here to stay, and justice goes to those who pay. Friends, these aren't laughing matters. The truth is scarier by far than anything that Stephen King could write. The stories in the paper are the daily small decline and fall spread out in black and white. What to do? What to do? How to take a brighter view when your noodle's totally fried. Human spirits need to be lightened with a little levity. So shake those blues and bounce them off the walls. Keep your humor, please. 'Cause don't you know, at times like these, laughing matters most of Reverend Elisha.
I get to use this one. Good morning. Let's begin by taking a few breaths together, friends. Breathe everything out. And then take a deep breath in. And let it go. Another deep breath in. And let it go. One more deep breath in. And so you may or may not know me. For those who don't, my name is Reverend Elisha Christopher. I'm the spiritual director here at the Center for Spiritual Living. I use they and them pronouns, and my ancestors came to this country from Ireland, Scotland, Austria, and Holland. And we do this practice here every week to remind all of us that America is a nation of immigrants. It always has been, and it always will be, and we will continue to introduce that portion of ourselves every week that we gather together. I also want to remind us, in face of all that's unfolded this week already, with a government that is rolling back DEI policies all over the place and corporations that are cowering to that order, I'm going to remind us of who we are. That we stand with all of the centers for spiritual living around the world, grounded in the knowing that the teachings of Ernest Holmes speak directly to liberty, equality, justice, inclusion, human rights, compassion, safety, self-determination, and spiritual living. And if you agree with these following statements, I invite you to say yes. So it is for that reason that we are unambiguous in our support of the lives of Black, Indigenous, and people of color. Yes. We are unambiguous in our support of gender equity and equality. Yes. We are unambiguous in our support of LGBTQI+ lives. And we are unambiguous in support of women and all people being the sole decision makers about their own lives, bodies, well-being, dignity, and choices. Yes. Take another breath. It's been a rough week. The actions of the so-called President of the United States have been deplorable, have been shameful, have been disturbing. The fact that one of the first orders that came through was to make a declaration that the United States government only recognizes two genders is first scientifically incorrect. And it is also, second, it is an attempt to erase and bury the identities of thousands, if not millions, of Americans and people in this world who are intersexed, non-binary, and transgender. And I'm saying right here and right now that we are affirming the truth of the diversity of the human species as we express through gender and sexuality and orientation. And we are going to hold that truth here in this space. While simultaneously trying to stir up fear about imaginary criminals and making the most vulnerable people seeking asylum in this country villains, simultaneously releasing over 1,500 violent criminals who have committed treason against this country. And I'm not going to tiptoe around the truth anymore. I feel like I have been doing my best to hold a vision and make room for everybody. And I know a number of folks have come to me in the last number of years saying, you know, Elisha, in all of the diverse and inclusivity work that y'all have been doing at CSL Santa Cruz, is there space for people who don't feel that way? Is there space for people who come into this and hear all that we're doing and feel appalled or feel repulsed by this inclusion? And someone asked me a while ago, how do we create room for everyone? I don't think that calling out injustice is wrong. I don't feel like standing for the truth is divisive. Pointing out the division brings it to our awareness. Pointing out the people and the systems that are seeking to create that division is not creating the division, it's bringing it to our awareness so we can do something about it. This week has been hard, and I know a lot of us are scared. There's a lot of fear, and I tell you what they want is for you to be afraid. And I want to invite all of us as part of our practice to figure out how to reach up to the next most powerful feeling from wherever you are. And if fear is what you are feeling, I want you to reach up as far as you can and find your rage and anger. If you are angry, I want you to reach up and find your power. If you are empowered, I want you to reach up and find your action. Wherever you are, reach up to the next place of power and continue to cultivate that for yourself. Because the more we are afraid, the more we are overwhelmed by all that has been throwing at us, we will become and we will feel powerless. And that is, there is no room for us to feel powerless in this moment. As much as many of our identities and freedoms are being rolled back and buried away, I want to remind us of an ancient proverb from the Middle Americas. They tried to bury us, but they didn't know we were seeds. And what I want you to know about seeds, about transformation, is that it's the external conditions that cause the seed to wake up. It's only when the seed is buried in the darkness and the pressure is put upon it that the conditions within the seed that have always been there for it to become the great something that it could be become evoked. And so I want us to realize that what's happening for each one of us right now, even when we feel buried in the overwhelm, that we are ready to sprout. We are being given the ripe conditions to become who we came here to be. This is not a time to cower. This is a time to stand up. For anyone who's actually been paying attention to what's been going on, there's no surprise what's happened this week. And if you are surprised, you weren't paying attention. And I believe that there are a lot of people who believed they were being brought along for something else, who've gotten a big shock, who thought they were voting for one thing and realize now that something else is unfolding. I do not know what the days ahead look like for us. But one thing I heard this week, which I thought was really beautiful, and I want to thank Kathy for sending me this little Instagram reel, is what if we each knew that in the long run, we win this fight? That the arc of the universe bends towards justice, but it's a long arc, y'all. But what if you knew that in the end, love wins? In the end, truth wins. In the end, justice wins. If you knew that that was the result, and then you look back and realize that you had something to do with that, what's your path towards that? How would you act if you knew that you were part of a movement that would overcome the hate? How would you show up? On Monday, I went to the after rally after the MLK march downtown, and I heard some powerful words that I want to share with you, and I'm going to paraphrase, and I forget the man's name who was speaking. But I want all of us to realize that there's something calling us, and this was our talk last week. There is something calling us. I want you to think about whatever it is that you identify as in your work or in your being, whether you're a teacher or a healer or a mother or an activist or a spiritual person, whatever it is. And then I want you to imagine, to think about this moment in time as being all of those great people that you look up to in history, as if this was the moment that they're calling you out and saying it's your turn. So to all the activists and freedom fighters, it's like, imagine that Harriet Tubman called you on the phone this week and said, we're getting out there, right? If you're a healer or a doctor or, imagine that all the shamans and doctors throughout history are acting through you to give you their power, right? Imagine that there's something greater at work here, and it is calling on all of us, to step in a new way. And there is a contribution that every single person has to give. There is a contribution that every single person has to make. And that we have got to embrace the spiritual practice of resistance. And that's going to mean some major actions on some of our parts. Because a lot of us, in this room especially, have lived with a lot of privileges most of our lives. And it's about, some of those are being rolled back, have already been rolled back this week. But this is our opportunity to stand up for the most vulnerable. Because there are people in our communities right now, in Santa Cruz, who are afraid of that knock on the door at their workplace, at their school, at their church, that someone's coming for them who's going to take them away from their family and this country. The only way that we can stop that is potentially to actually physically stand in the way. And I want you to know that there are going to be a number of bystander trainings that are going to be going on in Santa Cruz in the next number of weeks and months of how you can learn about your role as a citizen to uphold the law, to stand in the way, the things that you can say to stop the process, to get in the way of the process, right? That is an act of love. That is an act of revolutionary kindness, right? In Science of Mind, we talk about God qualities, that there are these divine qualities that exist as part of the nature of the universe, and you know that truth, justice, and freedom are on that list. And so that means that we have to become the revealers of those qualities, the protectors of those qualities, realizing that justice, that diversity, that inclusion, these are sacred truths about who we are and who we want to be. So what does it look like to protect the sacred, to stand up for what is true and good and beautiful? A minister friend of mine posted on one of my social media threads this week, I did not grow up in a country where every day in school I put my hand over my heart to declare that we are here for liberty and justice for all, to accept anything less than that. I was raised to believe that that is the truth of who we are. I think about, was it Superman, truth, justice, and the American way, right? That if that's the true America that we want to believe in, the true promise that we want to see fulfilled, then we have to become the activity of that promise. We have to become the activity of that truth. And it's not going to be easy. But we have to cultivate a power and a presence within ourselves that is ready and willing and available to fight the good fight, whatever that looks like for each one of us. And in this space, when we come together, we're going to cultivate a dream. We're going to cultivate a vision. We're going to cultivate joy. We're going to cultivate laughter. We're going to cultivate possibility. Because to be joyful, to laugh, as Lori sang to us, to be joyous in times of oppression is an act of resistance. To dance and sing and celebrate in the face of all that is happening is a revolutionary act. And so we're going to do that. We're going to sing, we're going to pray, we're going to dance. We are going to lift our hearts and minds every day, every week as we move through this time. And I don't know how long this dark night is that's in front of us, but we will get through it together. We will get through it together. Take a deep breath. I'm going to just close this portion with a few things. One is our affirmation for the nation that we have been reading here for about a year so far. And as I said a couple weeks ago, we're going to continue to read this until it is true. So I am going to affirm that the United States and its elected leaders are guided by wisdom, compassion, and integrity in all decisions and actions. I envision a nation where justice and equality prevail and where every single voice is heard and respected. And I affirm that our leaders are inspired to work together harmoniously for the greater good, fostering unity and understanding among all people. And I'm not reading this as a passive practice. I'm not saying, ooh, wouldn't that be nice? Do you hear the tone of my voice? I am speaking a truth, a declaration, putting a vibration into the universe that I am going to declare until that vibration reveals itself in form. That is the practice. I'm going to take a breath. I've been a little riled up this week. I want to close with one more reading and then we'll go into prayer. This is one of my sacred readings that I read almost every day, and I'm going to share it with you now. It's the Declaration of the Four Sacred Things, as written by Starhawk from the book The Fifth Sacred Thing. And she says, "The earth is a living, conscious being. And so in company with the cultures of many different times and places, we name these four things as sacred: air, fire, water, and earth. Whether we see them as the breath, energy, and blood of the mother, or as the blessed gifts of a creator, or as the symbols of the interconnected systems that sustain life, we know that nothing can live without them. To call these things sacred is to say that they have a value beyond their usefulness for human ends, that they themselves become the standards by which our acts, our economics, our laws, and our purposes must be judged. No one has the right to appropriate them or profit from them at the expense of others, and any government that fails to protect them forfeits its legitimacy. All people, all living things are part of the earth life and so are sacred. No one of us stands higher or lower than any other. Only justice can assure balance. Only ecological balance can sustain freedom. Only in freedom can that fifth sacred thing that we call spirit flourish in its full diversity. To honor the sacred is to create conditions in which nourishment, sustenance, habitat, knowledge, freedom, and beauty can thrive. To honor the sacred is to make love possible. To this, we dedicate our curiosity, our will, our courage, our silences, and our voices. To this, we dedicate our lives. Our job is to cultivate the sacred and to look for it everywhere. So let's take a deep breath in. Lord. And so as we breathe, my friends, I want to remind each one of us that we are being breathed by something greater than we are. That what I know is that there is only one power, one presence, one life, one infinite being that is living and breathing throughout the entirety of the universe. It is this one that I call God. But some of us may think of it as the energy of existence, consciousness, the life of the earth. I want us to remember that the sacred is everywhere. That each one of us is being lived and being breathed by that one life. And that one shows up in this world as the multiplicity and the beauty of our human diversity, of our biological diversity, of the ecological diversity of this planet. That one shows up as the unique expression that shows up as each and every individual, with our passion, with our purpose, with our love. And so let us hold this truth today, that there is a power that lives within each one of us that is greater than any circumstance, that is greater than all conditions, that is greater than anything that comes our way, that there is nothing outside of us that is greater than the power within us. And it's when we access that power that we have the possibility to change the world. So let us open to remember the truth of who we are. That each one of us can be the light workers, that each one of us can be the healers, that each one of us can be the martyrs, the activists, the change makers that the world needs. Let us cultivate joy, let us cultivate laughter, let us cultivate a powerful liberation, a vicious love, a rabid peace, if you will. Let us awaken and let that which is within us out, to rise in power, to rise in possibility, to rise and allow freedom, the true freedom that this nation is founded upon, ring throughout the nation in every place. Freedom, liberty, justice, truth, these are our values. And no one can take that away. And so let us take this opportunity to be grateful. To be grateful for all that we have. For the freedom that we have in this moment to gather in this way. To speak these words, to hear these words, to gather together, to hold each other. I'm grateful for this beloved community of CSL Santa Cruz. For who we've been, for who we are, for who we are becoming. The more of us is yet to be revealed. And what I know is the Centers for Spiritual Living has a high and holy vision of a world that works for everyone. I'm calling upon a nation that works for everyone. And what I know is that right here in this place, in this city, in this state, we can build a sanctuary. We will build a stronghold. We will build a place where the true vision of who we are is thriving, interconnected, whole and holy, aware of the sacred in everyone and everything. We can build it right here. Doesn't matter what government is around us. It doesn't matter what decrees or declarations come from on high. We can build it right here. We can build a community that works. We can build a community of interdependence, of mutual aid, of support, of standing up for each other. And we can anchor that in prayer and in love. And so I just surrender yet again to that which is breathing me. Reminding all of us that we are being breathed, we are being lived by something greater than we are. And that each one of us is here in this world, in this place, at this time on purpose. We came here for such a time as this. For now truly is the time. And we are the people. It's in our hands. And so we bring it to our hearts. Acknowledging what is, allowing it to be our invitation, and then we rise up, we move forward. And so for this now moment, I will let it be. And so it is. Let's take another breath. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, friends. I'll invite the musicians back up. We're in this together, folks. We got this.
I remember when I was teaching in schools, we had this thing about creating safe spaces for our students. And I think it's important that we create safe spaces. And like we said, that we're creating this sanctuary. But one of my mentor teachers said, even more important than safe spaces, we want to make brave spaces. We want to bring spaces where people feel that they can be their most brave, their most courageous. And my spiritual teacher, Shabda Khan, says on the spiritual path there are many qualities that we're cultivating, but two that he feels are the most important are strength and courage. So when we are strong in our practice, when we are strong in our knowing, and when we are courageous or brave, then we know that we're divinely guided to do the things that we're called to do. And we can do them with conviction, and we can do them together. So this is a song by Sarah Bareilles. You know it. I'm calling on all of you to be brave. Here we go. You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they settle neath your skin. Kept on the inside with no sun tide, sometimes a shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave.
Just want to see you. I just want to see you.
Everybody's been there, everybody's been stared down by the enemy, fallen for the fear and done some disappearing, bow down to the mighty. Don't run, stop holding your tongue. Maybe there's a way out of the cage that we're in. Maybe one of those days we can let that light in. Show me how big your brave is. Say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. And since your history of silence won't do you any good, did you think it would? Let your words be anything but empty. Why won't we tell them the truth and say what you want to say and let the words fall out? Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, So go do that.
Whew. Yeah, that. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be brave. We're going to speak the truth. We're going to keep doing it. And so this is the time in our service we just want to invite you to express your gratitude through giving. We're in radical times, and we need some radical support. And so if you feel compelled to give this morning, please bring those gifts out, and I'll just extend my gratitude in advance. And repeat these words after me. For all that I am, for all that I have, for all that I give, for all that I receive, I'm truly blessed, and I'm grateful.
There's one source and one supply in the universe, God the good, magnificent. You are my source and my supply. Oh, you are my source and my supply. You are my source and my supply. Oh, you are my source and my supply. God of strength, I call out to you. God of abundance, I bow to you. Help me to stay in constant gratitude for all the blessings that you bring me. You are my source and my supply. Oh, you are my source and my supply. You are my source and my supply. Oh, you are my source and my supply. God of love, I call out to you. God of abundance, I bow to you. Help me to stay in constant gratitude for all the blessings that you bring me. You are my source and my supply. Oh, you are my source and my supply. You are my source and my supply. Oh, you are my source and my supply.
And so let's take another deep breath in. As I first just speak a word of gratitude for every gift given that allows us to continue our mission, to continue our work in the world. And so I'm grateful for every financial gift that allows us to support this work. I'm grateful for all of the volunteers, for the time, the talent, the energy, for everyone and everything that supports this beloved community in our emergence, in our evolution, in our action. I'm grateful for it all. And I just speak a word of blessing over all of the prayers that have come through to our practitioners and our prayer team, knowing that there is so much on the hearts and the minds of this beloved community, and I am just grateful to hold the prayer, to hold the vision. And so let's take a deep breath in. We've cultivated a lot of energy here together today, and let's pull it in and so we can take it with us. And so if there is anyone here who's seeking to pull in that energy into your physical body to remember your health, wellness, and wholeness, this is your opportunity. If you're able, stand up or reach your arms up into the air, expressing your willingness to just call upon that divine pattern of source, of health, of well-being to wash over your physical form, knowing that each one of us is nourished, each one of us is healthy, each one of us has the vibrancy to gift our gifts to the world and to show up. And these bodies carry us through every step and every breath. So let's just bring gratitude to the body. These bodies that hold so much. And take another deep breath in. And if you want to open yourself to receive the abundance, the prosperity, the good that is yours, let's all open up yet again, knowing that each one of us is ready and willing to be sourced and supplied so that everything we need is provided, so that we can show up, so that we can stand up, so that we can do what we need to do and give from the overflow. So let us open to that abundance, which is the nature of the planet, the nature of the universe, is to give to us everything that we need. So let's appreciate that and be in the gratitude for all that we have and all that is provided. Take another breath, bringing hands to the heart. To any one of us and to all of us who are seeking healing in the areas of grief, of love, of relationships, or forgiveness. Let us just breathe into that heart space, knowing that our hearts are being beat by that one life, by the heartbeat of the God itself, of the universe itself, of the earth herself is beating in our hearts. Let us not close our hearts off, but leave them open. And so open those arms again, open wide, spreading that love, opening that heart space, remaining open. And to any one of us, and to all of us who are ready and willing to be the activity of justice, to be the activity of truth, to be the activity of freedom, let us say yes. Yes. And so we're going to live this, we're going to walk this, we're going to sing it, we're going to dance it, we're going to pray it into being, because I know that each one of us is open, that we are willing to do what is ours to do and say yes to the call that is coming our way. So we say yes. Yes. And so it is.
So it is.
Whew. So thank you for gathering and celebrating and holding space with us together today. My friends, we've got one more song that's going to close us out. Do you remember we have Dances of Universal Peace? 12:30 or 1 o'clock will be getting started. The lobby group's ending about right the same time as us, so we don't have our regular social hour. But do you remember Abbott Square is right across the street? If you want to gather and have lunch with someone, you could walk across the street and still stay in fellowship. Let's do this. Here we go.
So the challenge is always to stay open in the reality of what's going on. But because we're together and because we're stronger together, we can do that. We won't close down and we will not be stopped no matter what happens. Because we got this. We are open. We are open, and we are willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. Sing that again. We are open and we are willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. There is hurting in my family, and there is sorrow in my town. There is panic in the nation, and there is wailing the whole world round. But I am open. I am open, and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. May the children see more clearly, and may the elders be more wise. May the winds of change caress us, even though it burns our eyes. For I am open, and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. Give me a mighty yoke to hold my confusion. Give me a desert to hold my fears. Give me a sunset to hold my wonder. Give me an ocean to hold my tears. For I am open, and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. I am open. Go do that too.
I couldn't really hear you. I didn't know which stanza you were on, so I was like, that was a couple of them. Let's go up again. Sorry. Is there any monitor? Okay, I couldn't hear you, so maybe we could. Do you want your chart back? Thank you.
I have to work tonight, so I like to have a little bit of a break between this.
This person real fast.
One last one was so good. One last one was so good. Where like you led one, Freezer led one, and all these different.
Oh yeah, that one.